Good morning, everybody. My name is Pete Antonson, Northwood Dickinson Sales Center CEO and member of the Dakota Conference Planning Committee. Pleased to introduce our speaker, and before I do that, I should read the disclosure. The presenters indicated that this presentation will not include any discussion of commercial products or services and will not include any discussion of off-label and or investigational uses of any product or services and will not include trade names. So at this time, I wanted to introduce Kostas Voutsas. I am used to introducing people like Jim Peterson and Bob Hansen in Scandinavian Northwood, North Dakota, so I'll do my best with the name there. Kostas has been teaching management and human resources for 20 plus years. He's a tenured professor of business at Dickinson State University. He is also an author, a corporate trainer, and a keynote motivational speaker. Kostas delivers dynamic presentations at national and health and state conferences and publishes his research in scholarly journals. His book, Secrets to Making Diversity Work, discusses gender, cultural, and generational differences. Kostas has a Master's of Science degree in Human Resources and an MBA in General Business. I've heard him before. He's excellent. I really look forward to hearing from him again. I'm sure you're going to enjoy him, and I think he's on again later today. So welcome, Kostas.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Pete. Pete, let me try really quickly with my PowerPoint because we had some minor challenges. But good morning, everybody. I am so very pleased to be back. And you're so correct, Pete. This is not a North Dakotan accent, nor my name, right? Or a South Dakotan accent, nor my name. I am from Greece originally, but because I survived 18 winters in North Dakota, I qualify to be a Greek North Dakotan, right? Working for Dickinson State. So let's take a moment and we'll talk a little bit about communication and most importantly, how to go from good to better or from best. And why do we need to do that? So as we're talking about effective communication, how can we go from 99% good to 99.99966% better, right? And why is that important? Because we improve efficiency, we improve productivity, we improve the way that we develop and connect with one another. We develop those strong bonds and those relationships. So from 99% good, we're going from 5,000 incorrect surgeries to 1.7 incorrect operations per week. This is why it's that important. Or going from 200,000 wrong drug prescriptions every year at 99% good to 68 wrong prescriptions per year to 99.99966% better. And what does that mean? Why communication? How important it is to retain our employees, right? As we're looking at different generations, and we're going to talk about that during the keynote at 1 p.m. today. But retention is huge, not only to the point that it will cost us money if we lose employees. And yes, statistics say that if we lose employees, then we're talking about an entry-level employee, right? It will cost the organization 1.5 times excuse me, the employee's annual salary, right? So put it in perspective, if you're paying that employee $50,000 and a year later you are losing that employee, that is costing you another $25,000, right? And a lot of the times, based on generational differences, we lose employees. You know why? Because they fail to connect with the team. They fail to connect with the supervisor. They fail to fit in with the organizational culture. Right. So now, if we go back and create a culture of effective communication, mutual respect, most likely we're going to start seeing our retention rates increasing. Right. Very, very important. Now, how is COVID and what is the COVID's role into all that, right? Recent studies have shown that people nowadays, because of COVID, show increased rates of retention and anxiety and loneliness, right? Which means that our role as a supervisor, as a team member of our team within the organizations, is by far more important than ever, because we need to be able to develop those strong bonds and those cohesive teams, because we do not know how COVID is affecting our team members, right? Many of us with children or grandchildren, we did not know, will my kids need to go back to school? Will I need to go back to work? Right? Or if I do go back to work and my kids are working from or having school from home, do I need to find some extra help? What if I don't have grandpa and grandma in town to help me out? A lot of different challenges. So what I want to do today is share with you a very powerful but useful tool that will help you increase these communication skills of yours. And what it does for me, it always gives me more of an understanding as to what is my communication style, but also what can I do as a team player to better connect with the people around me. So today we're going to find out what animal is your personality. And then we're going to discuss a little bit about how can you communicate with the other different animal personalities. Very, very interesting tool. Now, most personality tests are not news to us. Beginning with early 1900s, actually, the very first time that we've seen in literature major philosophers talking about personalities was 2300 years ago with Hippocrates, and he said that humans can be classified into 4 different personalities. He did not say that we have dolphins and tigers and otters or poodles, right? So what we can do to simplify today's seminar or webinar is this. We're going to find out which of those animal personalities are closest to your personality, right? What that means, and what can you do to better enhance your own communication skills so that you can better connect with your teams, if you are a supervisor or if you are a team member. Feel free to utilize the chat room. This is a very quick, very fast webinar, but I would really like to encourage you to visit me at my website at www.diversitykeynote.com. I have plenty more resources. Reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to set a phone visit with you and even talk much more about that. So what I want you to do is, if you look at the handout that we send out, or if you don't have a copy of the handout, reach out to me. Again, I will send you a copy. If you look at that web questionnaire slide, what I would like you to do is trying to figure out which of those 4 different types of personalities mostly characterizes you. So to overly simplify this questionnaire, let's look at one column at a time. The first one says warm, helpful, kind, caring, people pleaser, feelings, easygoing, right? So what I would like you to do there is to there are 7 actual characteristics: warm, helpful, kind, caring, people pleaser, feelings, and easygoing. So out of those 7, how many of you would say characterize you at the most, right? 100%. Not kind of, but for sure. Right. So now, if you tell me, okay, I am not warm, but I'm helpful, so I give myself 1 point. I am people pleaser, and I make decision based on my feelings, so I give myself 3 points. Then your dolphin score will be 3. As we're looking at your Tiger score, if you're analytical or competent or a perfectionist, right? And you would know, especially since I talked about going from 99% to 99.99%, then my perfectionist ones will say, yes, that makes absolute sense. If you're a problem solver, if you're making decisions based on logic, if you are a thinker, right? So you need to give yourself, let's say you scored all of those categories, you're telling me, yes, I am. Strongly agree in those categories, or agree to strongly agree in those categories, then your Tiger score would be a 7.
Kostas,
Yes.
we are still on your first slide, so I don't know if you're advancing them. But we aren't, we're still on your home slide, probably from your initial presence. So maybe a little.
Interesting. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, we did have some challenges with technology. Somehow things did not work out the way I wanted them. Now, what I'm going to do then, I'm going to overly simplify this questionnaire, and then feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to send you visit me on my website, and I'm going to send you that questionnaire. Then what I need to do is I need to skip all my slides, not share anything. There you go, talking about testing my knowledge, Pete, here. and go to plan B. How about that? Can you see me now?
Yep. Yeah, we see you.
All right, perfect. So you're going to be a dolphin. Let me describe you, if you are all about harmony, if you agree with this description, then write down dolphin. If you're all about harmony, if you're all about customer service, if you're all about relationships, if you make decisions based on your emotions, not necessarily thinking. So if I described you, or kind of described you, write down dolphin. Tiger would be, if you are a perfectionist, 99% is not good enough. If you follow the rules, 100%. If you're analytical, this is the key actually, analytical, right? Always making those researching, trying to find out the right way, and always thinking through things quite a bit, right? This would be, if you say, yes, you described me really, really well, then write down Tiger, right? You can be more than one types of animals or personalities. Being an otter, it's an interesting animal, because you would be a social butterfly. You would be very easygoing, easy to please. You would be always on the go. You typically don't sit still. You can be impulsive at times, but usually you are a go-getter, and you are results oriented, right? So if you're very much what I described right now, easygoing, very friendly, people view you as very friendly, like the social butterfly type of deal. If you make really fast decisions, and you really need to implement those decisions, then most likely you are an otter. And being a poodle, oh boy, who doesn't want to be a poodle, right? Other than being very cute. If you're very organized, very detail oriented, if you have strong work ethic, if you are loyal, this would be definitely will characterize you as being a poodle. So let's utilize the chat room, and tell me, maybe send me a couple of things here. And I do see the chat room. Kylie says that handouts are available on the Dakota Conference website as well, but feel free to reach out to me on my website. I'll be more than happy to even visit with you and give you some one-on-one time, if you would like that, and further discuss this instrument that we are discussing. And you can do that at any other time, not, of course, during the conference. So, All right, let's see here. Katie. Katie is a tiger. Go, tiger, go. I love tigers. Do you know, Katie, that tigers are a very difficult group to please as a presenter? And right now, I'm going totally off my script. I have totally no notes in front of me, Robin, and I see another tiger right there. And because I went totally to plan B, and that is okay. Plan B, it's always important to have. That is something that tigers do really appreciate, right? So what I want to do now is I see a couple of tigers in here, but I'm sure tigers, you have otters, and Wendy is an otter and a tiger. I'm sure you have a lot of people in healthcare that they are the more of the dolphin employees. There you go, Denise. I expected. I wanted to see a dolphin, and I said, "Where is my dolphin person here?" In healthcare, usually I go to a hospital to do some training because I do a lot of work with healthcare, and usually I get like 3/4 of the room being dolphins, right? Um, uh, Tony, you're more like an otter and a poodle. Oh, that's a nice combination there. A tiger and an otter. Ooh, a lot of conflicting things, Teresa, in there. Some inner conflicts, and I'll get there in a moment. I'm getting really excited, actually. That is so much more fun than going off my script. Poodle and dolphin. Oh, that is a easygoing personality. Is it Kindra? If I call your name right, I like that. And then I see a tiger and a poodle. Julie, all right. The good news for you is that you will always have money. Hopefully, save up your money, right? Um, I am a dolphin and an otter. Bad news for me, I will never save up my money, right? So let's take a moment and find out what that means. And again, and what can you do as a leader, as a communicator? What can you do to strengthen those bonds and relationships so we can retain our employees? We can go from good to better, from better to best, from 99% good to 99.99% better. So dolphins, when you were a student, and we're going back all the way to elementary school. Oh boy, right, Kindra? Elementary school, you know how you did really well. You did not do well with competition. The competing kids in school were the tigers, right? Those of you who were tigers, like Julie, possibly competed there. But as a dolphin, you did really well with praising. You did really well with encouragement, right? So what is that telling you for your dolphin employees? That they need that extra praising even more. That once a year and in writing, a performance review is not going to cut it, right? You need to create that mentoring system, that cohesive bond among the different teams. So talking about dolphins are easygoing, they are friendly, they are very harmonious. They don't like drama and gossip. I mean, no one does, but that really upsets them. They are talkers. Oh boy, we talk. Uh, Touchy-feely sometimes. Sometimes they might come a little closer to you than you can handle, right? And that's what dolphins do. They are all about relationships. They are people pleasers, right? Can you think of a dolphin employee, supervisor, colleague of yours, right? Take a moment and think of a dolphin. Now, people may think of you dolphins as, oh boy, mushy and flaky and not take you very seriously at times, but ignore them. These are just, stereotypes. So what can you do to better connect, work, and motivate this group? Right, the dolphins. Now, it's all about harmony. So the worst thing that you can do is separate your department with cliques and drama. If you are a supervisor and their cliques are happening, which is very, very typical, not just in healthcare, I've seen that in many organizations as a consultant, then I would say address that right away, because your dolphin employees are gonna want to run away. They need harmony. They want to go to work. They want to feel appreciated, right? They want to feel a part of a team, and they want to feel connected. The one thing that is really important to really motivate the dolphin colleagues of yours and employees would be one-on-one relationships. They are the type that they feel that, you know what, Teresa, I need you to come and talk to me. Let's say you're my supervisor, and we meet at least once a week for a couple of minutes, right? Just ask me how was my weekend, or what am I planning to do for the weekend. Just develop that one-on-one relationship. Now, Teresa might tell me, hey, I'm a tiger here. Time is money. What do you mean? I am not here to socialize with you. I am here to make sure that the task is done, right? But this is my way as a dolphin, Teresa, to really motivate me and connect with me. So going back to the dolphins, punctuality is an interesting point, right? If you're a dolphin and you don't have any poodle in you, your punctuality typically would be 15 minutes late. If you are a dolphin with a poodle, hopefully the poodle will kick in and you'll be really punctual. So they're definitely more relaxed when it comes into the punctuality. All right, dolphins. So now that we discussed your dolphin colleague, I want you to take a moment and write down, out of everything that we talked about, what will you do beginning tomorrow or today yet to better communicate and connect with that dolphin employee of yours? More praising? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if you're a supervisor. Oh, they would love you. And you don't have to just include that in the performance review, right? But that frequent praising, they thrive, right? That's even as a child, they did so much better in a school setting. Wendy said, ask how they are before assigning a task and jumping into work. Oh, interesting. So let's take a moment and think of the tigers. Tigers. There is a reason why you are a tiger. You know why? You're a go-getter. You're very analytical. You're the type that you're going to take your time before you make a decision, and you're going to research and find more literature and think through things and again and trying to really, really find the best reason as to why the problem is happening, and then we'll problem solve. Right? You are a perfectionist. 99% is not good enough. It drives you crazy when people do not follow the rules. Many times you might be thinking, right, that, hey, this is supposed to be obvious. You've been with the organization for a long time. You should have known that. Come on now. Right. So sometimes people really do aggravate you when they do not follow the rules, when they do not make the right decisions, and they do not get the tasks completed. Right. That truly upsets you. Now, are you a social butterfly? Depending if you have a dolphin or an otter personality. If not, most likely you're not. Right. So you're not known for your interpersonal skills, but you're known for your intelligence. Right. So you're very much needed. In fact, did you know that most tigers, according to a study, are physicians? So a lot of the physicians that you work with, they are tigers, right? And most tigers are also engineers, so they have a different mindset than the dolphins. About 13-14% of the total population are tigers. About 16-17% of the total population are dolphins. Now, tigers, unlike the dolphins, they make decisions based on reasoning, right? And they follow through and follow up. Very, very important categories. So, for example, let's say, Julie, I see you are a tiger. If your kid comes to you, assuming you have a kid here, let's say you do, and says, Mom, I finished my chores, and can I get my allowance now? Then as a tiger, you're going to reason and say, well, your goal, the goal was to complete the task, finish the chore, then sure, why not? Right? That was part of the agreement. So you follow your logical sequence of events, and then you're going to reason and agree to that. If your kid comes to you and say, Mom, I was supposed to clean my room and I know, but something happened and I fell asleep, but I really need to buy this new video game right now. Please, Mom, come on, Mom. Everybody does it. And then I will do it after the fact. Come on, Mom. Please, Mom. As a tiger, most likely, Julie, you would say, no, right? You're going to say, no way, I'm not doing that. Whereas as a dolphin coming to me, then I will go and make my decision based on my emotion, because you really played with them. My kid played with the emotion and say, come on, Dad, please, Dad, come on, and I'll do it later. I promise, Dad. Right? Most likely I'll say, okay, this one more time. Julie says, as a grandma, I'm a dolphin. I like that. I love that. Now, as a mom, were you a tiger, though? that's the question for me to you, Julie. Yup. I love that. So you're telling me when we do have grandkids, then we change the personalities. They're trying to spoil the kiddos. Good for you. So growing up as a child, Julie, we're looking at a tiger personality. You did really well in subjects that they were mentally stimulating, right? So this is really what motivated you. So thank you, Pete. I'm going totally off my script right now, and I'm 100% impromptu. There you go. Let's see how we'll do at the end. I don't even have any PowerPoint in front of me. So the idea of motivating a tiger is because of their analytical skills is what, right? Number one idea, let them participate in the decision making. It doesn't matter if they are in a supervisory role or not. They want to find out. They want to address the problem. They want time to research and identify the causes. They want to be part of that decision. And guess what? They would be the best ones to really do their investigation. Robin says, I changed. I think I'm an otter. Oh, let's find out, Robin, because we will be transitioning to otters in just a moment. So being part of the decision making would be the best thing that you can do. Give them opportunities to voice their opinions and opportunities to do some research and analyze and hopefully bring more improvement in the workplace. Now, Robin, you're telling me you might be an otter. Now, are you easygoing? Are you a social butterfly? If I don't meet you, so let's say when we are back down the road in the traditional conference, right? And a lot of those are happening as we speak. So eventually, yes, we'll come back to that. Now, as an otter, are you gonna be like talking to everybody, people you know, people you don't know? If I meet you, I will feel that I know you. Do you know who is an otter? In very, very simple terms, right now as we are sitting down and we're talking, if you're moving, your legs are moving under the desk and your hands, and you have some type of a beverage or snack, oh boy, otters love food, right? Not quantity. Let's see, Robin, if I'm going to make you change your opinion here again. But they love frequency, and it can be healthy snacks. They have a lot of energy, right? They are very good at singing or dancing, or not very good, but they do it. They are mechanically inclined. They are hands-on, right? They make decisions on the fly, right? And their main goal is to really get things done. They're very easygoing, they're friendly, impulsive, people might say. About 22% of the total population are dolphins. You know, oh boy, and I have that picture. See, I wasn't even planning on this one. All right, Robin, I don't know if you can see that picture. See, that's my PowerPoint right there. Dolphin says, yes. Oops, Shannon says, Robin is an otter. So now, do you think, Shannon, that Robin would jump off a plane with assistance or not? Very much so. And I don't know if you are or not, but they are very adventurous. Now, Pete also says a question, can you be a combination of all? Of course you can. Absolutely. That means that you are easier as a leader, as a communicator, to really connect and adapt your communication skills. To better meet the needs of your teams. But we do usually, if you take that questionnaire when you go to the handout and take that questionnaire, you're going to see which of the 4 categories you score higher. And the ones that your scores were the highest typically are those ones that are your preferred, usually a combination of 2. But it's very typical that you can be across the board as well. Absolutely. Great questions. Any questions, any thoughts, or any comments so far? Ooh, I think I'm loving it like that. Maybe I should do that for the keynote. Uh, all right, thank you. And hopefully I said your name. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate your feedback. Let's talk a little bit about the otters. The otters are the social butterflies. They don't sit still. Do you know, otters, that many of you were the class clowns? Send me a yes if you were the class clown, and if you were an otter, send me a yes via chat and find out who was the class clown during school. And you know what? I really don't blame you for that. You have a lot of energy, right? And maybe, I see Amy says maybe. Oh, otter for sure, Amy says, uh-oh. Teresa says maybe. Tony says yes. Uh-oh, class clowns. Blame your teachers. Do not blame. And Joyal says yes. I'm loving it. But here is the reality, right? You had a lot of energy and you needed to be in different ways of instruction, right? So the typical PowerPoint, or back then, I don't even know back then, when you were a kid, I don't even know that you even had any media, or just a PowerPoint or just a lecture would not cut it for you. So you were finding ways to release that energy. And this is exactly what others truly need. They need reasons and ways that they can bring hands-on learning. Monotonous employments, they drive them crazy, right? Amy, I don't know, is that typical for you to rearrange your office or your home or your garage every so often, right? Others do that. If I ask you about snacks right now, if you have a backpack or a purse, one time I had a woman, she said, oh, you know what, you want to see my backpack? And she flipped it in front of the class and 20 pieces of candy flew out of that backpack, right? They usually have a snack drawer because they have a lot of energy. Amy says every 2 weeks or so, rearranging the furniture. Right? So what is that telling us, right? That they are easygoing, they're all about relationships, that they would be amazing mentors, right? So we can utilize them. And as we develop, hopefully, an informal coaching system within our organizations, the others, because of the natural charisma they have in their personality, they will do a fantastic job when it comes into coaching. And why not developing those informal coaching systems that would help us tremendously. Oh boy, I was looking at more pictures that I had in front of me, but totally by accident, right? I wasn't even planning on those. Do you see that mess of a car and that mess of a closet? Now, I'm not going to ask you others to tell me how many of you agree to that, but if you don't have poodle as a secondary category, it's very likely that if I open up your car, all kinds of surprises are going to fly out, right? So others, unless they have a poodle as a secondary, are not very well known for their organization skills, but they're very well known on their implementation skills, right? So they get the idea, they develop that action plan, and boom, they go ahead and implement it. So do not slow them down. All right, as we are, oh boy, time is flying when you have a good time. So let's shift the discussion a little bit now from the others to the poodles, over 49% of the entire population are poodles, right? Very typical hard-working employee, like what we say in the Dakotas, right? Hard-working. We're talking about a strong work ethic, loyal. A poodle would be 15 minutes early. Like, let's say you want to catch a plane, poodle, you're going to be at the airport 3 hours early, not 2 hours early. Now, if you're a dolphin without a poodle as a secondary personality, when you go to the airport to catch the flight, you barely make it. You're always running, trying to catch. You're always late on your appointments, right? And that drives poodles crazy. If you're not early, Tony says, you are late. That's a good one. So 15 minutes early, that's what means punctual for poodles. They are dependable. They are responsible. They are hardworking. Oh boy. They do send long emails. You know, do you get that employee of yours, colleague of yours that sends you that email that is long email, right? Most likely that person is a poodle. And this is my suggestion for you, poodle, because you really enjoy the details. And I'm not saying, okay, cut them short, although that would be a good beginning point, right? But use devices to enhance the readability of your message. So when your message is in writing, then you can use headings or numbers or bullets. This way, enough space in between ideas, maybe a table, something visually attractive to kind of break the monotony of the long message. This way, because your brain thinks of a lot of details, by enhancing the readability, then the reader is most likely to really comprehend your message and not click on delete like some of us might do. So what if people think of you as opinionated or stubborn? Oh boy, you're not stubborn, are you, poodles? I'm waiting to see a yes here. You don't have to, right? But the best I see here, Pete says yes. Okay, my poodle in mid says, yes, I'm stubborn, right? Again, these are stereotypes. But the idea behind a poodle, how to motivate them, is because they're all about details, right? So have your tigers identify and discover the problem areas, problem solve with a team, but have the poodles come up with the details, right? Julie says, my husband says I am. All right, there you go. So let's go back and, oh boy, time flies, and give you an example. Let's say we really want to go to Hawaii. We had a heck of a year, right? Oh boy, especially healthcare. No kidding, heck of a year. With COVID, we truly deserve that trip to Hawaii. As a dolphin, you're going to run, and possibly miss your flight. Oh boy, right? But somehow you'll make it to Hawaii. Then you're going to look at your paycheck and say, oops, did I have the money to get there? Oh, well, what the heck? I'm going to have a great time. You're going to love everything. You're going to forget a whole lot of things because nothing will be prepared or packed, right? And you're like, it is what it is. I'll figure things out. As a otter, you're not going to go to Hawaii 2 weeks from today like the dolphin would. You're going to go to Hawaii tonight. You don't sit still. You make the decision. You're going to implement it. You're going to go to the airport. The Hawaii flight would be canceled. You're going to end up in Scottsdale, Arizona. You'll be flying, jumping off a plane, right, with assistance. You're going to be eating all kinds of adventurous food, meet a ton of people. Do nothing that is pre-planned, and life will be great. If you are a poodle, about a year from now, you will go to Hawaii. But when you go to Hawaii, everything will be detailed. Talking about details, even when you do your groceries, you go down the aisle, you have that list, and you follow the list of items, right? Same thing with the suitcase. The suitcase will be packed a month before your trip. You're going to have a list of toiletries. They'll be all nicely and neatly organized. You'll miss nothing. When you get to Hawaii, you'll have a plan. Day one, I'm going to go there. I'm going to wake up at 7, have breakfast in this place, right? You love TripAdvisor, right? Everything will be pre-planned, right? And you're going to follow the script. I am so sorry to tell you, Tigers, that most likely you will not go to Hawaii. So sorry, Tigers. Tigers would say, oh no, I'm sad. Actually, you're the only group of the 4 that possibly you'll go to Hawaii 5 years from now. Thank you, Pete. Right? 5 years from now. And when you get there, you'll be the only group most likely that you'll go and come back from Hawaii debt free. Why? Because you're going to do your research. You're going to spend a lot of time, find out which airline is the most affordable, which airline flies the least amount on the air. Let's say if you don't like flying, you are the only type that, let's say you like swimming, you're going to even find out which month of the year, how warm the water is in Hawaii and what are the water temperatures. But you'll do it right. You're going to say, I make so much money a year, I'm going to save so much, right? And then from there, I'm going to set a Hawaii fund so that 5 years from now, I'll get there. So regardless of our personalities or a combination of personalities, ladies and gentlemen, our goal is what? To collaborate with our teams so that we can take ourselves, our colleagues, and our customers, patients to Hawaii. And I really want to challenge you after this presentation and take a moment and think about what can you do to better connect and better motivate the team members of your team that they are from a different personality of yours. Any questions, any thoughts, or any comments? I cannot thank you enough for participating in this group. I thought it worked really well, actually. Going without slides, Pete. I really tried. I have to go back now and see, did I have anything else prepared? Thank you. Thank you, Susan. I truly want to visit with you. Feel free to reach out to me if you go to my website, which I finally revamped, so it would look hopefully more current to you. Feel free to, and I'm not selling anything, Pete, here. I'm saying I'm offering my free advice and free services. You should be able to have access to the PowerPoints through the conference's website. But if you want to reach out to me and you feel like you want to set a 10-15 minutes meeting and visit with me about something that truly is happening in your organization, and you would like me to connect with you on that, I would be more than happy to visit with you. I cannot thank you enough. What a fun group. I love the chat room. I want to see now, how am I going to do that, Pete, with a keynote?
Excellent. I remember you from a few years ago. I think in Minot, maybe you presented. So you do an excellent job. You pivoted very well without slides. We sure appreciate that.